Howdy. Hi. Miles Thomas here. Welcome to Real Friends of Football. I'm acting foolish. I am going to create segments now. Thank you for coming to our channel. Pause. We have a main channel, Real Friends of Football. We're going to start calling these episodes, I don't know the name. I'll think about the name. I had a name. It's like Mills Take, something like that. We'll figure out what I want this segment to be regarding the podcast. College football playoffs. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Florida State debacle my opinions on that. Talk about, do we agree on the 4 teams that were selected, and then lastly, we're gonna figure out who is going to win the national championship. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do the Eagles and the Cowboys game, just that NFL game. I don't want to go through the whole slate, even though there are some really nice games this upcoming weekend, this Sunday. But just Eagles, Cowboys, and just my thoughts on those teams. And then whatever comes up, pause. Like the video, subscribe to the video, and subscribe to our other video. We're going to start draft talks also. So if you love the draft, be on the lookout for that. And then also some giveaways. We're about to start giving you guys free things for just listening. So be on the lookout for that. College football playoffs. My initial thoughts. I am an Oklahoma fan, so it's important that you know that before everything starts, I'm brainstorming ways that Texas doesn't get in, even though I think they're a top 4 team. The way things are right now, they're a top 16 team in the country. No disrespect, Florida State, we'll do that first. I don't get it. I really don't understand how in the world are you still wanting Florida State in the college football playoffs? Like to even, I think that says something about like character. I think that says something about like people's like character, people's like it says something about you, in my personal opinion, if you're wanting someone that is clearly deserving, but clearly not good enough. Like the fact that you want that in the college football playoff, as opposed to a team that is also deserving, because that's the thing I didn't get. Like that was the like foolish, asinine remark. It's like only Florida State deserved to get in. They're the only school that deserved to get in. Mr. Milroe at Alabama got benched. Okay. He did not have a great game against Texas. You saw his emotion when he beat Georgia, which is not an easy game to win, in case people forgot. That's not an easy game to win, to beat Georgia, right? Who says that he's not the most deserving to have the shot to be in the college football playoff? So, like, deserving, I get what the notion is, being 13-0, but that's just like such a minute way of thinking. I just feel like they deserve to get in. I promise you, there are probably there's probably 12 schools that deserve to get in. Everyone has a story. Oregon had to play Washington twice. Those are their 2 losses. They deserve to get in also. I mean, they can beat someone else. And what if Washington gets cocked out? I said cock. What if Washington got beat by someone else? Right? And then Oregon's actually the second best team in the country and they win the national championship. There's so many stories of how you can create, deserving. Alabama wasn't the same team they were in week 3 when they lost to Texas. Texas, if they did a few things, they wouldn't have lost to Oklahoma. Like they were deserving of that's why they got in. I think Texas deserved to get in. They turned things up. They won games they should have lost. Like Old Texas loses a weird game to BYU and they killed BYU. Though they lose a weird game to Iowa State, but they did their thing. But yeah, the deserving thing, like Florida State, it was just like they're clearly not good offensively. Yeah, everyone talks about their defense, and defense does win championships, but unless you're more like it, you still have to have some type of faith in your offense. And they were winning games by the skin of their teeth, dang near. It just looked too ugly. And everyone saw last year TCU deserved to get in. Everyone's, and then you realize, would you rather have deserving or just the best? What do you want out of life? Do you want the things that you deserve or the things that are just like the best? Because you just did the best and you got the thing that you were just, I don't know. I just think that's like even just like I said, Florida State's clearly not a top 4 team in the nation. And it is strictly because of their quarterback. They're on their third string. Like, what are we doing? And they have not looked good in the mediocre teams that they've been playing against. What makes you think against an actual top? It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Now are the best 4 teams in the playoffs. I'm biased. So, of course, I'm going to say Texas should not be in there, and I think it should be Georgia still. I personally believe that Texas gets lucky with playing Alabama early. Jalen Milroe is clearly not the same quarterback. That defense is clearly not the same defense that they were in week 3. So that's, and I understand it. I get it when you have to have a talking point of, this team has this win over this team, so it's the tiebreaker. You gotta, if you do that, that's fine. But you have to understand you're a computer at that point, and or you're what the modern people would say an NPC. Like, to say that Texas beat Alabama, so they get in over Alabama, or that makes sense. But to think that at this point in time today, that Texas is better than Alabama because of a game that happened 3 months ago, you win your argument over mine. Like, your argument is stronger over mine. Like, it's way stronger of a point to say Texas beat Alabama, so Texas is better. I feel like when you hear it like that, maybe Texas beat Alabama, 3 months ago, so they're better than Alabama today. So they deserve to get in over Alabama. And it's like, for that to be that was an absolute. A lot of people are saying that, and it's just like, okay, that's a computer thought, and that's a great thought. If you really want them in, if you really want Texas in and you love it, that's a really good thought. But to be kind of, to not think outside the box and be like, yeah, Texas, that's not the same team. Now my point is, if it's Alabama, I think Alabama should be 3, Texas should be 4. That's how I think you get the best national championship scenario, because I think Texas is going to have a really tough time. I think Texas matches up way better against Michigan. Way better against Michigan. Like, astronaut, like, I don't think Texas has played a quarterback to any degree of what Michael Penix Jr. is. So defensively, Texas is going to probably get, like, there's a chance they could get, like, absolutely diced up. And it could be weird. And then Washington is always known to have a solid defense, and a defense that comes to play in those bowl games, championship games. I think Texas, Michigan, I'm a betting guy, right? Like I said, Washington, Texas, who's the better team? It's Texas. Washington, I just think has the kryptonite. Like Texas beats more teams in the country. I'll say it like that. Texas beats more teams. Texas beats better teams, more better teams than Washington does. But when Washington plays Texas, I just think there's a formula. Like the matchup's not great. They're different style of plays. You know what I mean? So if you tell me, Miles, which team do you think is better? I'm going to say Texas is the better team. I think they're the overall better team in the grand scape of the entire college NCAA. Like in the idea of ranking, but like like Washington can't beat Alabama, but they could beat Texas. But Texas can beat Alabama. That's what I mean. Like it's like a weird thing. Like Texas can beat better teams. I think that makes sense. I think that's a thing that people don't hear often. Which is my whole thing with the Alabama Texas thing. Um, it's the same thing. Like Washington Texas play week 3, and then Washington beats Texas, and then both teams are what they are today. I'm like, yeah, y'all are dumb if y'all think Washington deserves to be in over Texas. Y'all actually stupid. Like that's my thought. Like that's what I mean when I say Alabama Texas. Like the situation's just like that's ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. And then to put Texas at 3, I don't know what their like I don't know what their thought process. Like Washington, I just feel like they could beat them. I think Texas kills Michigan. Like it's like a weird Big Ten reality if they played each other. That's my personal opinion. Um, who do I think is gonna win the national championship though? It's Alabama. I mean, I don't give a damn about nothing but Tide. I don't give a damn about nothing but Tide, boy. Oh, dang. I love watching Alabama. Look, I'm an OU dog, bro. I just love consistency and excellence. I see it as I'm not envious towards Alabama fans. Like Oklahoma, we win a lot. Like a lot. Um but you know, I just admire their excellence. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm crazy. You know, Georgia has been doing it for 2 years, 3 years now. You know, it's not in everything with Georgia. Clemson, where have they been? Like the last few teams, but it's like you always gotta count out. Like Bama gonna be there. Bama, like where's LSU? Bama's gonna be there always. Um, I'm going for Bama. I'll tell you what, I really don't give about damn nothing but tie. Damn right. I'll give about nothing but tie. Um, Let me rank these teams though. The best team in the college football playoffs out of these 4 teams, the best team is Alabama. And I just think it's top down, left, right. If Alabama had to play you, and what people don't get, like Auburn, things like that, like it's such a silly concept to like think like they had the Hail Mary at the end to win it, and it was back a corner, touchdown catch. Auburn's not good. Why are they so close with Auburn? That's just so silly. Like it's just as dumb to be like don't be starstruck if there's an NFL game that the Jets beat the Chiefs. Like it's still the top 1% going against the top 1% in like athletics and coaching and scheme and matchups. And just because, Rock keeps beating the crap out of Scissors and, all these teams are scissors for this Rock, at some point, Rock is going to go up against a paper type of team, whatever that means, and you're going to lose. That's like, so, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's foolish. Alabama. And then I'm going to say Texas. Michigan, and then Washington. That's why I think the rank would be. If I had to, my life is on the line. Like, for sure, hey, Miles, you got to rank these teams and we're going to put them through the most absolute, you know, bop, bop, bop. I'm like, it's that. That's all I got. Eagles and Cowboys. I'm a Bengals fan. And I just love football. That's the best thing about, turning your love for the game and you intertwine that with work, and then you never want to look dumb. You never want to look silly, so you keep your heart out of it. It's good because like I pride myself on being unbiased. And so through that growth, it's taught me to like not hate the Chiefs. It's taught me to, why do I hate the Cowboys? They're in a different conference than my team. They're 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 talented. Like they they always they always disappoint. Always. Why would I hate them? Why would I hate a team that loses and embarrasses themselves at the end of every season? No matter what. They look ridiculous why would I hate that team? So instead, I've learned to enjoy. Like, I think Dak is MVP worthy right now. I do. I understand your arguments. He hasn't done this yet. Hey, I'm telling you, he's he's balling. I have no problem saying that. That doesn't bother me. I'm not scared anymore. You hear me? What movie is that? Home Alone. Stupid. Um, but yeah, I am excited for this game. I have no beef with the Eagles. I don't like the Ravens, just so y'all know. Steelers, they kick rocks. I don't have a problem with the Browns because they're the Cowboys. Like, something's gonna go wrong every single time. Ravens, Steelers, miss me with that. I hate those teams. But other than that, it's like it's the Eagles and Cowboys. It does become a really fun game to watch, and I have no expect. Like, I go into the game thinking, dude, if the Cowboys beat the shit out of the Eagles, that is going to be crazy. I go in saying that now, but all of y'all hate the Cowboys so much, right? That you're going into it being like, oh, Eagles kill them. And it's like you don't even get to enjoy the game. Like, it's greatness. Like, this is like such an emotional game for so many people in my personal circle. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if you live in Minnesota, right? You ain't surrounded by Cowboy fan, Eagle fans. So I understand that. I'm surrounded by not even, well, my whole family's Eagles, and then I got homies that are Eagles, but then like I live in Dallas and everything's Dallas. I mean, so it's like I never lose because what happened Sunday night, I think, if the Cowboys lose, it's like there's sadness. They're shocked. They'll be like shocked that they're sad. Like, it's like y'all didn't know that this was gonna happen. You didn't know you're gonna fold. And so you could have that process, but then like if they win and they're excited, it's slightly better in my personal opinion because it's like, oh, they believe now. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, it's like now they believe now, and so and then the fans, they're just way more into it, and they're just Super Bowl, and it's just at the end of the season. But guess what? Either way, I enjoy the game. I'm not cheering against anyone. I'm a Bengals fan. That's the best thing about turning my work and my love into one, because I mean, the only team I hate teams are the Ravens, the Steelers, and whoever the Bengals play. Whoever the Bengals play that week, like, I hate you. That's not even true, honestly. Honestly, it really is just the Ravens and Steelers. Like even when we were playing the Texans, like I was getting angry, but it was like I mess with these boys. Like these dudes lit. Um, who do I think's gonna win that game? I'll just say Dallas because it's fun. It's fun that way. Ah, yeah, Dallas. Dallas is gonna win. Uh, Let me see. Oh, this is so fun. I'll say Dallas wins. If Dallas wins, I feel like Dallas can't beat the Eagles in a close game. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Eagles in a close game. I think I think if you blow out a team, you're not as good. That's my personal opinion. I think if you can beat a team close, a really good team, and it's a close game, I think that's harder. Um, but I think if the Cowboys win, it's an embarrassing loss for the Eagles. I think the yeah, it's like 16 to like 30. 16 to 30. If the Cowboys win, it'd be something like that. Because the Cowboys would be on their goon shit if they win. If they win, they're start to finish killing it, 100%. If the Cowboys win, Deron Bland gets a touchdown. I think that's the separator. It's like, or they get a kickoff return, they get like a special teams touchdown, or Dak is just on his ish. Like for them to win, that'd be the outlier. But if it's a close game, they're gonna lose. It's like Bills. Cowboys are the Bills in my personal opinion. And when the Bills beat a good team, it's usually a blowout. Usually a blowout, and you're like, whoa. Like I think when they played the Dolphins, they like beat the dog shit out of them. But if they play another team and it's close, they're gonna lose. So Eagles. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, like I said, draft stuff. We're going to the Senior Bowl February 4th. Be on the lookout for interviews. We're going to take this podcast to a whole nother level, and I hope you're ready for it. And those that are here for the ride, I'll remember you at the end. I will. If you're still with us, like if you're supporting the channel still, I'll remember you at the end. And I'll send you like a shirt or something. I'll let you meet me. But yeah, this is also an affirmation that we're on the way up. And we'll be happy to take you if you're willing. Good luck and God bless.